Hi there, I'm Suranga from English Win. Today it is total immersion. In total immersion, I don't mean to say that I'm going to tell you a story. And total immersion is really you are being immersed in the language, whatever it is. Maybe conversations, maybe anything going in the particular language, you are immersed. That is total immersion. Most of the teachers following Stephen Krashen's comprehensible input, what they basically do is when they teach, they use the language. So then, when they use the particular language, the target language, the students are fully immersed in the language. That is what they are doing. So, anything, if you are immersed in the particular language, the target language, that is total immersion. So, one thing I must say is that nowadays I don't have a studio, a tiny studio I do have, but now it is being changed in a way so that I can do better videos, better programs. So therefore, for a couple of days, I cannot reach my studio. I can see the studio, tiny thing, but I cannot reach that. So therefore, I have to do everything outside. That is not in the studio. Now this is my backyard, and I'm here. I want to tell you. I want to give you a piece of advice if you are following really total immersion to improve your English language skills. So the thing is, well, this is something really important if you want to listen to. You are learning English language. You are trying to learn English language, not trying to actually, you are learning English language. I know that. But in this exercise, in this activity, the very best thing that you can do is just forget about your learning English. This is not my idea. This is the general idea that Stephen Krashen's comprehensible input, the base of Stephen Krashen's comprehensible input. We should forget that we are learning a language. So what can we do? When we forget that we are learning a language, what we do is we just listen to conversations, we just listen to stories, we read books and things like that. We are not thinking about English, the grammar or sort of the part. The grammar, how it is constructed, the mechanics of everything. So naturally, you find natural ways to learn the language. That is what is happening. So therefore, you should try your best to listen to programs that you like. Maybe you are really interested in nature. So then there are a good number of programs, millions of programs in internet, that is on YouTube, about nature. Vloggers, nature vloggers I call them. They go to different places and they do videos. Now even in Sri Lanka, when you think about nature, one of the very best type of videos is of the YouTube channel Shenele, SHEN. You just go to that. A couple of people, husband and wife, I think, they are doing certain nature programs. Beautiful that they go to Mali, they go to different places in the world, very beautiful places, and their language is perfectly good. The language is perfectly good. They explain things away in a very nice manner. The vocabulary and the techniques that they're using to explain things away, wonderful. So then, maybe some of the words that they are using are not being used in day-to-day conversations, but yet for all we can see how they explain things away. Now, for example, they are going to sort of a building, and then before entering the building, she is talking about everything that she can see. Now the point is, she can see the things and we can see the things at the same time. Now what we have to do is to watch the video thinking how she is going to explain things away that we can see. In other words, she is explaining what we can see. So we won't be able to explain in such a nice way. But yet through we can get an idea. This can be explained this way. What is that word, particular word? And another thing that I should say is, when listening to or when watching programs, you can note down things, the words, phrases, or things like that you are really interested in. But the thing is, we prefer to put it down when the phrase or thing is quite familiar to us, and we have the potential, we have the capacity to use it. Now, what I say is, when generally we listen to, we watch programs, we feel that there are phrases, very important common phrases they are using, but we are not using them. We know that. These phrases and these words are the most important part. The teachers of English, they when they find a book, they will give you all the words in it. They try to find the most difficult words in vocabulary books or whatever. Then they are not using that. They will never use that. But they ask you, do you know this word? If you have no idea of these 10 words, you won't be able to speak language, they would say. That's wrong. So, this is your program. What you should do is to select what you want. So then, what everybody is giving is not your cup of tea. So, therefore, you should try to, if you are going to collect, otherwise you don't want to write anything, you just listen to them continuously, again and again. Then you will find one day, one beautiful day, you start speaking. That's it. That's my message. My main idea is, just forget about that you are learning the language. You just consume it. You just use the language. You can read materials, you can listen to, you can watch materials. For example, the papers, when you think about newspapers and things, that people would say, if you won't learn English, you should read newspapers. No, that is of your purpose. If you are trying to find a written language, you are going to write things, that is your aim, then newspapers would be a good sort of a good grounds. But your sole aim is to speak the language. Newspapers are not a good thing. You can read newspapers to get an idea, because when people say, we should be able to understand whatever they say. So therefore, just read newspapers. But you should not try to hunting, going to catch or going to acquire all the words in newspaper article. Just forget about difficult words. Try to find sort of easy words. So these are the words that you find really, really helpful, really, really good when you start, when you do your speaking. So my idea is, forget about you're learning English language, you just consume it. It's just like you are consuming food. When you come to come to have lunch, and when you are having lunch, you are not just thinking about this one should be mixed with this one, and this one should be mixed with this one, and the proportion should be this one, and no, you just eat it. You enjoy that. So find material that you can enjoy and do it continuously. Within a very few days, you will start speaking. That is what people know. That is what say Stephen Krashen says. Now you can see my using the language. I'm using the language. I can use the language or this particular language continuously for say 12 hours or more than 12 hours without stopping this way. So you should see that I'm not thinking in Sinhala, I'm thinking in English. So I'm not talking about something in English and going to Sinhala, coming back to English and going, I don't want that gaps to think in English. So therefore, naturally it comes to me. I don't say that my language is really a good one. However, I speak, I can do whatever I want. So that is, it means that I'm fluent. That is what you want. To acquire the fluency. Fluency has different levels. Fluency has different sort of definitions. To different people, fluency is a different thing. But when everything is considered, fluency is if you can do whatever you want using the language. I mean, going to when you are in a party, if you can talk about things, or if you go to a bank or wherever, and in day-to-day things, if you can do that, your things, I mean, and you won't be able to do a lesson, okay, language lesson or science lesson. That's okay. That is not your area. In your area, if you what you are doing is quite comfortable with your words and phrases, then you are fluent. You have to acquire that level. Now, for example, when we think about small kids, they are fluent. Their vocabulary is really poor. Of age 5, age 6, they're not going to school. They haven't learned grammar. Nothing. But they are fluent. Why? They do whatever they want using the set of limited words they are having. That is fluency. At their level, they are fluent. So therefore, fluency is not learning bombastic, very big words, complex words or phrases, things like that. It is not the fluency. Fluency is something like this. So you should see if somebody is trying to give you, instruct you so that you can acquire fluency by doing that, the very first thing you should do is to see whether they are fluent. If you cannot see whether they are fluent, can't say exactly what happens to you. Okay, that is my message. Consume the language. Don't think about it that much. Okay, so subscribe, give us a like, and press the bell icon, and share and comment if you have improved, as I have told you. If you are improved, if you feel improved, as some people have sent me their comments saying that they are improving, going to total immersion. So I appreciate your writing, giving comments, saying that if you are really doing that, if you are really feeling that you're improving, that send me the comments. Okay, bye.